Okay, we got Robby Garcia's truck on the dyno. This is a truck he's looking to go to UCC with and do some racing with this summer. So he has stepped up another level. We redid the compound setup. It's got a 480 96 115 T6 on the manifold with a 106 G55 on the atmosphere. This has a D&J Predator motor, 400% over extra-Gs, two 14mm extra-G CP3s. It's got a Firepunk Comp 3 trans. It's got an 06 ECM. It's basically like an 06 5.9 truck in a 4th gen body. So it's what he uses for his race truck, and it's you know, it's still full weight. Still, we did race seats. Did a whole new speed wire system with all new electronics for the nitrous system and standalone harness. Just got rid of, you know, like I said, it's pretty much all race truck in a 4th gen body, but it's making some steam today. We started off the day at 1100 microseconds, did, 1140 horsepower, and then as we turned fuel quantity up, went up to 1300 microseconds, and it only did like 1177. Looked at the boost data, and we're only making 16 pounds of boost from the big charger, so we started closing down the wastegates. And just by closing down the wastegates, we picked up 237 horsepower by bringing boost numbers up. And so when you have wastegates on the manifold, we're basically bypassing the turbos when we're wasting that to atmosphere, which is what we need to do when we're going to try to spray this thing to 2,000 horsepower later today. When we're on lower fuel quantities, you know, for fuel only runs, you need to close those gates and keep all that energy going into the turbos, because we went from 60 pounds of boost to 95 pounds of boost, and it picked up 237 horsepower. So now we're up to 1400 microseconds. It did right at 1500 horsepower. It's making a really nice power curve all the way to 5300 RPM. And so now we're seeing 104 pounds of boost. We're seeing 120 pounds of drive pressure. I'm going to start cracking the gates open and see if we pick up anything by relieving some of that drive pressure. We're just fine tuning the wastegates per boost level and fuel quantity. And then we're going to turn a couple kits of nitrous on and see if we can whack this thing into a big number. Our number one spot on the list right now is Brian Allen with the 1961 horsepower, and Robby would really like to get to the number one spot. So we'll see if we can get there. All right, gas me up. What do we do, Robby?
Man, we sent it to the moon. That's what we did.
2143.
2143.
And
wow.
we waited to hit it till 4,000 RPM. The first time I hit it about 3,500, and it spun really bad. We hit the 5,400 RPM rev limiter when the dyno was still reading 4,400 RPM. So we put 10 torque converters on the tailgate, pulled down on the straps a little bit, and then waited a little bit longer, 4,000 RPM, and it did 2143. So it's a big whack of nitrous.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yep. That tune did 90 pounds of boost on fuel only, and it did 151 pounds of boost with nitrous.
Yeah.
If you want to have an idea of how much nitrous we're throwing at it. So that's two big mega jets, so 250 thou orifices on NX 375 solenoids at 1,000 pounds of bottle pressure. It parties.
Yeah, it's definitely ready for UCC.
So that I'm just pumped because it's been a long time. It seems like the last 3 years we've got on the dyno, we've always been like 100 horsepower or more short of where we really thought it should be. And this year it finally over-delivered.
Yep.
Because we wanted 2,000 and we got 2143.
Yeah,
we got it to the top of the list.
Yep, number one spot for now.
And this is a Predator motor, so do as I say, not as I do. It's not recommended to make this kind of power on a sleeve down 6.7. Generally we go to a deck plate enforcer motor when we're at this kind of power level, but Robby really isn't planning on making over 2,000 on a regular basis. He wants to be able to run 670 on like some of the normal races, and then trucks, events like UCC and All Truck Challenge, you'll want to be able to turn it up and whack it a good one on the dyno, and maybe make some hero passes every now and then. So we'll see. I think it should be a fun setup.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to test it.
Yep. Awesome. Well, we're going to get Robby's computer set up. I want to get his AAM data logger on his computer, show him how to pull all the logs, get his project file all set up, get his nitrous tunes. That way he's got staging limiter stuff to adjust, and I can kind of turn key into where he goes racing. he knows how to make the adjustments that he needs, and I think it'll be good.
Yep. Can't wait.
Awesome. Appreciate it,
Dave,
man.
Thanks, man. Hell yeah.
Look at this. What was the torque?
1952.
To the top.
Number one, baby.
Brian Allen's gonna be mad. He's gonna have to come back on here. There you go.